My friends in life, the path to peace, dignity, and self-respect demands that we understand not only what we must give to others, but also what we must protect within ourselves. Firstly, never share your deepest insecurities with those who have not earned your trust. When we reveal our tender places to those who do not value them, we give them the means to wound us. True strength comes not from hiding our fears, but from guarding them until they can be shared with those who will help us heal. Secondly, guard your private family matters. Family is the foundation upon which our lives are built. Its struggles, its pains, and its challenges must be handled with care and respect. When we expose these struggles thoughtlessly, we risk weakening the very bonds that nurture us. Thirdly, be cautious with your dreams and future plans. There are those who, intentionally or not, may sow seeds of doubt or derail your vision. Your dreams are sacred. Let them grow strong in the safety of your heart before inviting others into their light. Fourthly, never hastily share acts of kindness you perform. True generosity asks for no audience. When we boast of our good deeds, we diminish their purity. Let your kindness speak for itself, for it is in silent service that our humanity shines brightest. Lastly, protect the secrets entrusted to you by others. When someone places their trust in you, they give you a piece of their soul. To betray that trust is to betray your own honor. We are only as strong as the promises we keep, even when no one is watching. Remember, my friends, the road to freedom is not only fought on the battlefields of the world, it is fought within. In how we protect our hearts, our families, our dreams, our kindness, and our honor, we build the true foundations of a free and noble life. In our journey through life, one of the greatest lessons we come to understand is the importance of protecting our vulnerabilities. Our insecurities, those quiet fears that dwell deep within us, are not signs of weakness, but reflections of our humanity. They are part of the tender, unfinished places in our hearts that need care and patience to heal. Yet, when we expose these fragile parts of ourselves to the wrong people, we risk not only misunderstanding, but also harm. Not everyone who smiles at us carries good intentions. Not every friend remains a friend in times of trial. That is why we must be wise and discerning in choosing who we allow to see our inner struggles. It is not a question of living in suspicion or fear. Rather, it is about recognizing the sacredness of trust. Trust is not given lightly. It is earned through shared trials, demonstrated loyalty, and proven compassion. Before we open our hearts, we must first observe whether the person before us has shown the humility, respect, and empathy necessary to hold our truths gently. When we give our insecurities to someone unworthy, we hand them a weapon that, whether intentionally or not, can be used against us. Thoughtless words, careless judgments, or even quiet betrayals can deepen our wounds rather than heal them. Keeping our vulnerabilities guarded does not mean carrying them alone forever. No human being can walk through pain isolated from others. Healing often comes from sharing our burdens. However, timing and choice are essential. There is wisdom in waiting until we have built a strong enough bond with someone before we allow them to see the parts of ourselves that are still in pain. A relationship based on mutual respect and understanding provides a safe space where we can reveal our struggles without fear of ridicule or exploitation. Moreover, in learning to protect our insecurities, we also learn self-respect. We come to realize that not all parts of ourselves must be validated by others to be worthy. Some battles are fought quietly, some fears are overcome in silence, and some victories are celebrated in the privacy of our own hearts. It is in this space of careful self-protection that our true strength is born. We become less dependent on external approval and more rooted in our own sense of worth. The world often moves too quickly, and in our eagerness for connection, we may be tempted to open up too soon. But let us remember that authenticity does not mean spilling our souls to every passerby. True authenticity is knowing ourselves so deeply that we understand who deserves to walk alongside us in our most vulnerable moments. In guarding our insecurities wisely, we honor both ourselves and the sacredness of true companionship. Family is the first community we ever know. It shapes us, shelters us, and teaches us our earliest lessons about love, loyalty, and conflict. Because family bonds run so deeply, the matters that affect our families are often the most sensitive and personal parts of our lives. When we face difficulties within our families, whether misunderstandings, disputes, or hardships, it can be tempting to share these struggles with others outside. Sometimes we seek advice, sympathy, or merely someone to listen. But we must be cautious and thoughtful when it comes to revealing the private matters of our families to the outside world. Family issues are not just personal, they are woven into the dignity of those we love. Speaking openly about these private challenges can unintentionally expose our loved ones to judgment, gossip, or misunderstanding. Even when our intentions are good, once words are spoken, they cannot be fully taken back. Others may form opinions about our family members based on a single incident or a moment of weakness, forgetting the depth, complexity, and goodness that still exist within our families beyond their troubles. Protecting these matters is an act of loyalty not only to those we love, but also to ourselves. Every family, no matter how strong or loving, will encounter conflict and hardship. These moments are natural. They are opportunities for growth, forgiveness, and deeper understanding. However, when we share these issues too widely, we remove them from the private space where healing can take place. External opinions, even well-meaning ones, can interfere with the delicate process of reconciliation. Instead of allowing wounds to heal naturally within the family, we risk magnifying them, feeding anger or shame rather than offering the mercy and patience that are needed most. To guard family matters is not to pretend that everything is perfect. It is not about covering up serious harm or injustice, for in such cases, seeking outside help is sometimes necessary and wise. Rather, it is about understanding the difference between healthy privacy and unhealthy secrecy. It is about choosing discretion over impulse, respect over resentment. Before we speak about family struggles, we must ask ourselves, are we seeking genuine help, or are we simply relieving our own frustration at the expense of others' dignity? When we preserve the privacy of family matters, we also strengthen the trust within our home. We show our family members that we are a safe place, that their faults and sorrows will not be paraded before the world. In doing so, we create a circle of trust that can endure storms and seasons of difficulty. We contribute to the resilience of the very foundation upon which much of our lives depend. True loyalty to family is not about ignoring problems, but about handling them with the care, wisdom, and respect they deserve. In protecting the sacredness of our family life, we protect a part of ourselves that no one else can ever replace. Our dreams are the purest expressions of our hopes, our visions for the life we wish to create. They come from the deepest parts of our spirit, shaped by our experiences, our passions, and the quiet whisper of destiny calling us forward. Because they are so precious, they must be protected carefully, especially in their early stages. When a dream is still forming, it is delicate like a young plant just breaking through the soil. At this stage, it can easily be crushed by harsh words, skepticism, or the careless doubts of others. Not everyone who listens to your dreams will understand them. Some may discourage you, not because they wish you harm, but because they cannot see the possibilities you see. Others may respond with envy, fear, or mockery, projecting their own limitations onto your aspirations. Even well-meaning friends and family can sometimes unintentionally sow seeds of doubt simply because they themselves have been too afraid to chase their own dreams. When we share our dreams too soon, we risk allowing the fears and negativity of others to take root in our minds before our dreams have the strength to withstand them. Keeping your dreams private does not mean living in isolation or refusing all support. It means being selective about when and with whom you share them. It means nurturing your vision in the quiet, building it carefully, step by step, until it is strong enough to endure criticism, obstacles, and challenges. It is a process of strengthening not just the dream itself, but also your own belief in it. Before you expose your dream to the world, you must believe in it so fiercely that no outside voice can shake you. Moreover, dreams require energy, focus, and commitment to grow. Talking too much about them in the early stages can sometimes give us the illusion of progress without actual movement. We feel a momentary satisfaction from speaking of our ambitions, but true satisfaction comes from action, from building and shaping the dream with our own hands. Protecting the dream in silence allows you to channel your energy into work rather than words. When the time is right, when your dream has matured and your path is clear, you will naturally share it with those who can walk beside you. You will recognize the people who encourage you with wisdom, who challenge you with love, and who inspire you to keep climbing higher. Until then, honor the sacredness of your dream by guarding it as you would a precious treasure. Remember that every great achievement in history was once a fragile idea carried quietly in the heart of someone courageous enough to believe in it before anyone else did. In protecting your dreams until they are ready to stand in the light, you honor not only your vision, but also the spirit of perseverance and hope that lives within you. Kindness is one of the purest and most powerful acts we can offer to another human being. It has the ability to heal wounds we cannot see, to light hope in places where darkness has settled, and to remind others that compassion still lives in the world. Yet true kindness seeks no recognition. Its strength lies in its sincerity, not in its visibility. When we perform good deeds, it is important to resist the temptation to announce them to others in search of praise or validation. Boasting about acts of kindness diminishes the very heart of the gesture. It transforms something sacred into something transactional, a trade of good for glory. Real kindness is quiet and selfless. It is an offering made not for personal gain, but out of genuine concern for the well-being of another. When you give a gift, lend a helping hand, or show mercy, the true reward is the impact it has on the life you touch, not the approval or admiration of spectators. In a world that often celebrates grand gestures and public accolades, the quiet kindness that seeks no spotlight is a revolutionary act. It reminds us that goodness does not need an audience to be real. There is a dignity in helping without expecting anything in return, not even gratitude. Sometimes the people we help may not even realize the full extent of what we have done for them. Sometimes they may not thank us at all. But kindness that is freely given strengthens the soul. It nurtures a sense of humility within us, teaching us that our highest purpose is not to be praised, but to be useful, to be a source of light where it is needed most. Moreover, speaking loudly about our good deeds can create a dangerous habit within us. It can turn our motivations away from compassion and toward ego. We begin to measure our actions not by the good they bring, but by the recognition they receive. This path leads us away from authenticity and towards vanity. True character is built when we continue to do the right thing even when no one is watching, even when no one will ever know. There is a beautiful strength in silent kindness. It often plants seeds that grow in unseen ways far beyond our knowledge. A word of encouragement, a small act of generosity, a moment of patience, these simple acts ripple outward, touching lives we may never even meet. By keeping our acts of kindness humble and private, we allow them to remain pure and powerful. In a noisy world that often confuses attention with worth, Let us remember that the greatest acts of service are often those done in silence. The light you bring to the world through your quiet kindness shines far brighter than any spotlight ever could. It touches hearts, it mends spirits, and most importantly, it shapes you into the person of deep compassion and unwavering integrity that the world so desperately needs. Trust is one of the most precious gifts one person can offer another. When someone confides in you, they are handing you a piece of their heart, a piece they do not show to everyone. They are offering you their fears, their mistakes, their dreams, and their hidden pains. To be trusted in this way is an honor, and with honor comes responsibility. When someone shares a secret with you, it is not merely a passing conversation. It is a sacred bond, a silent agreement that what has been shared remains protected. Betraying a secret is not just a simple mistake. It is a breaking of that sacred trust. Once broken, trust is incredibly hard to rebuild. It leaves scars on relationships. It damages the confidence people place not just in you, but in others as well. When you reveal a secret that was entrusted to you, you do not only hurt the person who confided in you, you contribute to a world where people become more afraid to be vulnerable, more cautious about opening their hearts. Keeping the secrets of others is a test of our own integrity. It is easy to remain silent when there is no temptation, but real character is revealed when we are faced with opportunities to gossip, to impress others with confidential information, or to elevate ourselves by knowing what others do not. In those moments, the true strength of our loyalty and self-discipline is shown. Choosing to guard someone's trust, even when no one would know you broke it, builds an inner foundation of honor that no outside force can shake. Sometimes secrets are difficult to keep. We may feel burdened by the weight of what we know, or we may face pressure from others to reveal it. In such times, it is important to remember why we were given that trust in the first place. It was not to spread it further, it was to safeguard it. If the information entrusted to us puts someone's safety at risk, then seeking help is sometimes necessary, but this must be done carefully, with the person's well-being in mind, not out of impatience or gossip. Respecting confidentiality builds deep, meaningful relationships. When people know they can trust you, they feel safe with you. They know they are seen, heard, and protected. In a world where betrayal can often feel common, being a person who keeps their word and guards the secrets of others makes you rare, and it makes you deeply respected. Holding onto the trust of another is like holding a fragile bird in your hands. Too careless a grip, and you harm it. Too loose a grip, and it flies away. Protect it with care, patience, and quiet strength. In doing so, you not only honor the one who trusted you, but you also shape yourself into a person of unshakable character, someone who others can lean on even in the stormiest of times. True freedom is not simply the absence of physical chains, it is the mastery of one's inner world. The victories we achieve outwardly in society, in our careers, in our relationships are built first upon the silent, invisible victories we achieve within ourselves. To live with dignity, strength, and peace, we must learn to govern our thoughts, our actions, and the sacred things that reside deep inside our hearts. Protecting what is precious within us, our insecurities, our family matters, our dreams, our quiet acts of kindness, and the trust others place in us, is the real foundation of personal freedom. When we lack inner strength, we become prisoners of the opinions of others. We become vulnerable to manipulation, to discouragement, to betrayal. But when we stand firm in the values we hold, discretion, loyalty, humility, and patience, no one can take away the freedom we build within. It is a freedom that no injustice can crush, no hardship can destroy, because it is rooted in the deepest parts of our character. Every small decision to guard what is sacred, every moment we choose silence over gossip, loyalty over betrayal, Humility over boasting strengthens the walls of our inner fortress. These choices may go unnoticed by the world, but they are known to our own souls. And it is this quiet integrity that ultimately shapes the lives we lead, the relationships we build, and the peace we experience. The world often teaches us that success is measured by how much attention we can gather, how loudly we can proclaim our achievements. But true success is quieter. It is found in the way we carry ourselves when no one is watching. It is found in the promises we keep, the kindness we offer in secret, and the dreams we nurture carefully until they are ready to blossom. It is found in the respect we have for ourselves and for the sacredness of others' trust. As we move through life, let us remember that real power does not come from control over others. It comes from control over ourselves. Real wisdom is not in shouting our truths, but in living them quietly, consistently, and courageously. And real peace is not given by the world, but by the strength of character we build inside ourselves. So I say to you today, guard your heart, protect your dreams, honor the trust given to you, and act with humility and strength even when the world is not watching. In doing so, you will not only find freedom, you will become a beacon of it, inspiring others to seek the same quiet, unshakable strength within themselves. Thank you.